Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Suitcase Psychic Fatima and I'm here to give you a message on the next 48 hours. So before I get started and get into the piles, I kind of want to mention a couple of things in regards to my shop. So I just started making these bath bombs. It's called Rubber Bomb, and the idea behind this is so that if any of you have been familiar with reversals or, reversible candles, reversible items, it's basically returning energy back to the sender, very similar to rebounding the evil eye, right? So what's really good about these bath bombs is that like every time you take a spiritual bath and you drop one of these in, you are removing negative energy from you, and you're also removing any energy that does not belong to you and either returning it to the source or just dissolving it. You don't want to hold on to other people's energy that is not your own. If it's not your own, it doesn't belong to you. So this is really good when you need a cleansing, you feel like things are kind of not going well in your life or a little bit haywire. So I call it Rubber Bomb because of that old saying, I am rubber, you are glue. Whatever you say to me bounces off and sticks to you. So that's the idea behind that. You can actually repeat that while you're doing this ritual bath, okay? Another thing I want to point out is that like on my shop, I'm going to be offering a few more items as well. So in addition to the Rubber Bomb, I have an oil that you can use to anoint doors yourself. It has like a cinnamon spice smell. It smells really good. And that also helps to deflect negative energy from other people. I'm also putting together a self-love set. So all of these candles are handmade. And they're actually infused with an intention to not only help with self-love and self-concept, but also to bring love into your life in all forms, whether it's romantic, platonic, friendships, work-wise, and so forth. So these are some bath salts that I personally made as well. All of these items are handmade, and the Rubber Bomb and the oil are in the shop already, as well as I have a bag of loose leaves, loose herbs that are also meant to dispel negative energy. And so these items, the love items, will be in the shop shortly, but you can also just take a look at my Etsy and I'll put that link in the description box. I will also be selling these handmade cat candles that I have. So black cats are known to ward off evil. They're also known for protection. So these will also be available in the shop soon as well. And I may offer them in different colors when the time comes. Please keep in mind, I also have some Santa Muerte candles that are on sale right now. They are skull candles, so whether you pray or worship Santa Muerte or you just like skull candles, I have them in my shop now, and I only have a few colors left. Each color symbolizes something different. Now, I do believe I may have it on random only, so what I will do is whenever you purchase one, I will tap into your energy and pick a color that I feel would resonate best with you. So, that being said, let's get started. Spirit in the highest good, please let's deliver the next 48 hours for everybody watching right now. So here we're going to have pile 1. And then on this side here, on the right, we're going to have pile 2. The cards have been pre-selected using my intuition. So you can pause the video if you need a little more time, but I want you to use your intuition and pick which pile costs you the most. You can pick one, you can pick both if you feel like called to both piles. Sometimes too, people will listen to one pile and maybe it doesn't resonate, so they'll want to listen to the next one. So whatever works for you, and I'm going to go ahead and get started with pile number 1. Hello, pile 1. If you were drawn to the Ghost Tarot and these oracle cards from the Moon Witch Oracle deck, this reading is for you. So I want to get started with your oracle cards and see what comes out. Okay, you have manifestation. What you seek is seeking you. You also have last quarter. What is holding you back? Interesting. Again, we're looking at the next 48 hours. So right off the bat, looking at these oracle cards, I want to say that something that you're wanting to manifest is not maybe coming to fruition yet because you don't really see the value in yourself in order to see the value in the opportunity. You have to sit down and ask yourself, what is it that you want, right? What's holding you back from really letting go in order to achieve what you're looking for? I'll give you an example. So let's say, I'm also hearing like maybe there's a fear of success here. So let's say you are applying for jobs, or as an example, and there's a really good opportunity and you're super excited when you apply and you're like, yes, this aligns with everything that I want, so forth. And then you start getting nervous. You apply, you set the intention, and then you start worrying like, am I actually really good enough for this job? Maybe there's an imposter syndrome happening here, you know? And then it might get in the way of your manifestation. Maybe now that opportunity goes to someone else because you weren't sure about it, because you're holding yourself back. What is holding you back? What kind of fear is holding you back? So let's see what comes out in your tarot. Okay, we have the Star. Interesting. Okay. Or this could be Temperance as well, but I think it's the Star in this deck. We have the King of Cups. Oh, okay. Some of you may be holding back in love. Like you're like holding back because you're looking for your perfect soulmate. You're looking for the perfect person, and there's nothing wrong with that. However, with this manifestation card, it's making me think that you need to be a little bit more clear on what it is that you want. Because there is somebody here. What you're seeking is also seeking you. There is somebody here for you, whether you met them yet or not. However, you need to be a little bit more clear on your intentions and what it is that you want. Advice would be to make a list of what you're looking for, whether it be romantic, whether it be work-wise. This could also represent a boss if you're looking for a new job, or if you're looking for another opportunity. This could also represent an opportunity, the King of Cups. That's something that you'll be very emotionally attached to, or you'll have a lot of passion for. So your advice is to make a list and to really sit down with your own thoughts or journal or whatever it is that you feel more comfortable with. You can even use an app on your phone as a voice recorder and just talk out your feelings. Decide what it is that you want. You know, get clear. It's okay to talk to yourself every now and then. That's actually really, really healthy, regardless of what other people in society might say. And now you have the King of Pentacles. Beautiful. Okay. Yeah, this is a new opportunity. So this could be a new opportunity, whether it be in love or business. Some of you may be seeking a business partner. Now we're looking at the next 48 hours. So I would say in the next 48 hours, get clear on what you want. And then I feel like shortly after that, you're going to get what you're looking for, or you're at least going to have a sign that will move you forward in that direction. You're going to make headway. So for example, if you decide that you're going to get clear on what you want, you decide that you're going to make this list, and you're looking for love, for example, you're looking for the perfect partner, any gender, doesn't matter, right? You put down all of those characteristics of that person. And then let's say you did that tonight, right? And this is timeless reading. So whenever you're finding this, it's meant for you. So let's say you do this the day that you're watching it, this reading. So then next day, we're looking into 48 hours. Maybe somebody you haven't heard from in a while contacts you, somebody from the past, you know, but maybe that it was like a relationship that never got off the ground, or you guys were friends or something, and you realize you have a strong connection with this person. And you realize that maybe they do look a lot like your list here. Okay, that's just an example. Or you meet somebody when you're at the grocery store or when you're out and about. You guys hit it off and have a great conversation. So Spirit is saying they will act very quickly because what you seek is seeking you. You just have to be a little bit more specific. Now, this doesn't mean writing down exactly names of people you're trying to manifest. That may not work because Spirit doesn't always work that way. You want to keep an open mind because you never know what will come through. Okay? Now, if this is a work opportunity, then get very specific on what you're looking for work-wise. And perhaps A job that you apply to may get back to you within that 48 hours, or you may find a job that you really resonate with and you'll apply there. And because you're clear on what you want, there's a good chance you'll get it. And we have last quarter here, so that can be significant as far as timing goes for the moon. Okay, so that's what I got for you, pile one. I hope that this resonated. If you liked this reading, please subscribe, like it, share, and comment. It really helps with the algorithm, and it helps to get the message out there for those who might need it. And if you're interested in any of my other videos, please feel free, scroll through. Most of them are timeless, so just have fun with that. Again, if you'd like to look at my Etsy shop and see what I create, I also make specific candles based on your intentions. You can always message me and I will make something for you on Etsy. If you want a video reading very similar to this, you can actually go to my website. That is suitcasepsychic.com. I will also put the link in the description box, and you can book a video tarot reading. I also have ancestral readings, and those are really, really interesting. And if you'd like to book a past life reading, a past life regression session rather, or a mediumship reading, I recommend going to originalbotanica.com, and searching Fatima. And I will put those links in the description box as well. And I offer mediumship readings through Original Botanica. And also I offer past life regression sessions. Oh, it's hard to say really fast. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with that, what it is I basically put the person in a state of hypnosis, but the trance is more of a meditative state, so you still have full control and you understand where you are. Now, some people go under a little bit more than others, but the idea is that you're still aware of your surroundings and what's happening. And then I take you on a journey to explore one of your past lives where maybe what you're fearing in this life has to do with something you experienced in a previous life. And so it's a journey on healing. So I recommend at least 3 sessions to completely overcome that fear. And a little bit on that topic would be, an example would be, let's say you are deathly afraid of knives and you can never cut your own food or something. Now, this is an extreme example, right? And so it's really getting in the way of certain things, cooking and so forth. Maybe somebody else always had to cut things for you, or you went around it by using butter knives or whatever the situation. And so we dive into a past life where we find out maybe there was some trauma in regards to knives. And so I work with you in that space to heal that part of your soul so that when you wake up from this trance, a little bit of you is restored. Part of your soul is reconnected to its purest form, to the way it's supposed to be. And the more sessions you do on this, the better. However, some people don't need as many as others, so it really depends on what it is that's going on right now. So I hope that made sense, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Hello, Pile 2. If you chose the Pot Tarot and these cards from the Moon Witch Oracle, this is your reading. So let's start with your Oracle cards and see what we have here. We have movement. Inspiration is drawn to motion. Beautiful. Let's see what that's about. We also have Magic Wand. Focus your energy on one thing. Okay, tap into these for a moment. So I'm immediately feeling like you may have also been drawn to pile 1 because I feel like their Oracle cards were similar in the sense that focusing on what it is you want and being clear. But for you, it's more about movement, acting on it instead of planning it and writing it down. So for pile 1, it's more about getting clear mentally on what you want. And then the opportunity will come in that way after you've decided. For this pile in particular, though you might have messages from both, it feels like you need to take action on something here. So focus on one thing. You may be juggling a lot of things right now or have a lot of ideas and a lot of different ways that you want to do things. But Spirit is saying to pick one thing that you're really, really focused on and really passionate about, and then take action on it with this movement card. inspiration is drawn to motion. Another message I'm getting from these cards is that, especially with the movement card, if you felt stagnant recently and kind of frozen in a sense of like almost like analysis paralysis, where you are feeling like you haven't been inspired, maybe some of you have a writer's block, or you haven't been able to take action on the things that you want to take action on. Perhaps you're a little bit afraid, or you're not sure what the outcome's going to be, and you're overthinking things or worrying. Spirit is saying take baby steps, even if it feels challenging, even if you're afraid of what the outcome might be, because that's actually going to be what clears the energy up and clears the stagnancy up. Okay, let's take a look at the tarot now and see what comes out. We have the Devil. And yeah, just a quick comment. This is a Pakalolo deck. Pakalolo is pot in Hawaii, or weed, marijuana, MJ, whatever you want to call it. So if that triggers you, then I would suggest basically maybe picking another video, okay? But I love this deck. We have the Moon. Cards just make me happy. We have the Devil and the Moon. And I'll look into these in a second, okay? Just gonna fix these for a little bit. We have the Three of Swords. Interesting here. I'm really drawn to the storm clouds here in the Three of Swords and the rain. And you notice up here that the clouds are actually kind of shifting and moving away. So even though this is a card that means sorrow, grief, the fact that the clouds in this deck are kind of moving away, I find interesting. Now we're looking into the next 48 hours. So definitely here, you need to get out of your head and get clear on what you want and focus on one thing. The Devil can be caused by distractions. It can be obsessive energy. You're obsessing over one thing. You're not sure what you want to do. The Moon is clouded energy, not being able to focus or see things clearly. And then you have the Three of Swords, which is just sorrow. Some of you are really in your head about a situation and you want to take action, but you're not quite sure how to do that, or you're too afraid to do that. Maybe some of you are really depressed right now and you're in a state of stagnancy because of your depression. What you don't see though, and I want to say that with that Moon card, is that actually taking action or baby steps, even if you're in a depressive state, and this is coming from someone who has bipolar 2, so I understand this, okay? I say, and Spirit says, to take a baby step, even if it means getting out of bed for a little bit. Like if you're one of these people who are depressed and you're stuck in bed, grab a cup of coffee from the kitchen, you know? If you can, go outside, step outside just for a few minutes, get some fresh air. Little steps. And I think that's going to help clear your mind and help you to focus on whatever it is that you really want to focus on. Some of you might be really depressed and it's affecting work. And that's a message I'm getting. Spirit is saying that it's time for you to step into nature. Even if it's cold outside, just get a breath of fresh air. Go somewhere where you feel comfortable. You know, that could be a library, a bookstore. It could be going for a walk. It could be like even walking your pet, you know, like it could be visiting a cat cafe or just doing something that will push you a little bit. And I feel like once you get out of that, because I'm looking at the storm clouds too as like a barrier, like home, like once you get out of that space, home, office, whatever it is that is making you feel worse, but you feel like it's actually your shelter, but you need to kind of clear that energy and clear those clouds. I'm also hearing showering would be really good. Like, I know that sounds stupid, but like a lot of people who are depressed often have hard time taking a shower and doing little things like showering, brushing your teeth. I'm not saying that's you in particular, but I feel like that message might be meant for somebody here. It's very specific that is watching, okay? But I also feel like showering in general for the rest of you, like just when you're feeling really overwhelmed, take a shower and clear out that energy. So I'm looking at this rain here and there's a need to purify. There's also like some of you may be crying in the shower. There's a need for release here that's very important. Now, we were looking at the next 48 hours. So just to get a little more specific on that, I am seeing that in the next 48 hours, you're going to be gifted something that is going to help you release. This could be a phone call from a friend, a relative that wants to gift you something. So if you're dealing with something financial, maybe a relative wants to give you some money, and it'll come as a little bit of a surprise, and it'll make you feel a little bit better. Because even though this is the moon, in this deck, she has like a little smirk on her face. Like she's happy. I do think that the sky is going to clear up for you. Okay, so if you're going through a dark time right now, I do say that in the next 48 hours, it will get better, I promise. So I hope that this reading resonated with you. If you'd like to book a video reading like this, you can actually go to my website, suitcasepsychic.com, and I'll leave the link in the description box below. And also, if you're interested in any of the products that I have here, and I also have way more on my site, or if you'd like a candle specific to your needs that I can make for you, you can visit my Etsy shop, and I will also put the link in the description box below. So thank you so much. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe and comment. Sorry, I'm kind of stuttering today. Some of you, like for me to stutter like that, I do feel like some of you might be a little choked up right now. So definitely want to clear your your throat chakra. Maybe there's something that you need to say to someone or speak your truth about something. Some of you are self-medicating as well with for me to pick the marijuana deck or the pot deck. And that's okay if it works for you. So yeah, thank you so much. And if you feel like this resonated with you, please comment. It helps the algorithm. And also share it because someone else may need this message as well. This is a timeless reading. So whenever you come across it or someone else comes across it, that's when it's meant for you. Thank you again so much. Have a great day.